Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to do the topic of notice writing. I know that you've already done it in your previous classes. Today's topic is basically a recap of whatever you've already done before. So, a few salient points that you need to remember before we actually go forward with giving an example of notice writing is that a notice must always be written in passive form. Do not use active form of language. Do not write we are going to organize so and so event, right? So and so event will be organized by our organization at so and so date at so and so venue, whatever that is given in the question or required by the question. Alright, a notice is a short formal piece of communication. So make sure you avoid slang language. Make sure you stick to formal language. Do not use abbreviations or short forms like TTYL, BTW, etc. Use formal, complete language. Be careful with your punctuations also, and make sure that you do not exceed the word limit. Always contain your notice within a box as given in the specimen that I'm focusing on right now. Alright, so the points that we have gone through is that the notice should always be written in passive form. The language used must be formal and do not exceed the word limit. Always keep the notice in a box. Fine, so let's go to the actual notice. How do we start a notice? Start with the name of the organization as given here. In this example, it's Don Bosco Public School, Mehrauli. In your exam, either the question will be giving a name of a particular organization, or you can use the name of your school if the name of the organization is not given in the question. When you write the name of the organization, also write the place where the organization is present at. In this case, it's Mehrauli. It's not necessary that you write the name of the organization in all capitals, but write it. You can either write it in the normal way you write a name, or you can write it in all capitals. It's your own choice. Alright? And then you should also remember that the name of the organization should be center aligned. In the next line, write the word notice. This word under all circumstances has to be all capitalized. Every single letter of the word notice has to be capitalized if you're writing a notice. Alright, and this should also be center aligned. And then in the next line, write the date. The date should not be in the format that you generally use for indexes or other places, such as say today's date is 11th April 2020, so you can't write 11/4/2020. Since this is a formal piece of communication, make sure that the language you use even for the date is formal. It should always be given in this format, 11th April 2020. Fine, got it? Then you move on to the topic. The topic can also be written in all caps if you have written the name of the organization in all caps also. Otherwise, you can write it normally. It is again to your own discretion. What we have gone through already is that the name of the organization and the topic can be written in all caps or in a normal way. It's your own wish. The name of the organization, the topic, both should be center aligned as well as the word notice, which should always be in all caps. The date should be left aligned. So the order of the words are the name of the organization along with the place of the organization, the word notice, both of them center aligned, and the name should be on top of the word notice, and the date should be left aligned below the word notice. Below the date comes the topic, which is also center aligned as shown in the given sample of the notice. Alright, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting repetitive, but it is very important for you to remember that the language is formal. So the beginning as well as the end of the notice has to be formal. Hence, the keyword in the beginning is the word inform, because the notices are generally pieces of communication that are put to inform a particular section of the public about some event or some charity drive, something like that. So you have to start the notice with the phrase "this is to inform," or phrases like "all students stand informed of so and so," but the word "inform" has to be there in a phrase that is somewhat formal. All right. See, for example, "this is to inform," or "all the students are hereby informed." Got it? Remember, "this is to inform" or "all the students are hereby informed." It's not necessary that the people informed here are students. It depends on the question. You might need to inform staff. You might need to inform members of the larger society. For example, adults above the age of 18 or children. It depends on the question. Alright? That a particular organization or a society, that name of the organization, in this case Don Bosco Public School. Since it's a school, the people who have to be informed are mostly students or staff. Again, it depends on the organization. If it's a business company, the people who have to be informed would be written "employees are informed that," or "the management staff is informed that." But here, since it's a school, it has to be either students or teachers. So we start with "this is to inform," or "all students are hereby informed that Don Bosco Public School Mehroli," since that is the name given in this particular question, has planned to organize or conduct. Again, this is a keyword here. Since notices are about events that are going to be conducted or organized, you have to include the word "organize" or "conduct." A particular event, let's say an inter-school debate. Alright, so here the event's name has to be included. We'll write "an inter-school debate on a particular date, let's say 1st May 2020 at a particular time." Since it's a debate, it won't be like finished within a particular window of time. I mean, you cannot be sure when it finishes, but you can give a window of time, approximate time, that it will start at this particular time in a particular venue. Since it's a inter-school debate, let's say it has Don Bosco Public School has planned to organize an inter-school debate on 1st May 2020 at 9 a.m. in the multipurpose hall. Alright, and you can also include other details that are important for the event in question. If it's an inter-school debate, you might say the debate in question is an extempore debate, which means it doesn't have a topic, and that is understood by the students. Or you can say that it is a parliamentary debate in which two teams will be divided and they'll be acting like houses of the parliament. Or you can give a particular topic. It is a debate on the healthcare system of India. It depends on you and the question. If the question gives you a particular topic, you must in all circumstances stick to it. If it doesn't, be creative. You're welcome to write whatever you want, as long as it is within the boundaries of the particular event. For example, if you're writing about an inter-school debate and then you mention something about a blood donation camp, it will be really stupid. Do not do mistakes like these. Alright. It's not necessary that the event in question that will come for your exam is an inter-school debate. So some other events that you can organize are blood donation drives. But in that case, the organization organizing it will not be a school. It will be something like a Red Cross or a hospital. It depends on the question. Most of the salient details will be given in the question. You just need to include it in a formal way so that it is actually considered a notice. Alright. So at the end, once you've given all these information that is necessary, write people who are interested to participate in case of a debate, or donate in case of a charity drive or a blood donation drive or something like that, can give their names to the undersigned. This is also a keyword. The person who's writing the notice is the person who should be contacted, in this case to the undersigned. Undersigned means the person who's signed their name at the end. Or if the people who are interested in participating have to contact somebody else, give their contact details. For example, if it's not the undersigned is a secretary who's doing his president's job of giving the notice, right? People who are interested in participate or donate can give their names to the name of the president with his contact within 2 days of this notice. In this case, the person has to give their name within 2 days of this notice, but the time window also can be extended depending on the question. Alright, and with that, the actual notice ends. But you have to finish it formally with the following. First, sign the name given. Do not write your name unless the question has not given you a particular name. Even if the question has not given you a name, try avoiding writing your name. Write some other name, any other name that you know. Alright. First, sign it, then write your name, then designation. Since this is for a debate, let's assume that the person writing is the literary captain of the school. So, let's assume that she is a girl. Her name is, say, Hazel. So, Hazel signs her name. She writes her signature. I don't know how Hazel will sign. And then she writes her name, Hazel, and designation, literary captain. And then she might close with the name of the organization, Don Bosco Public School. But it's not necessary. Right? Literary captain. And that's it. Your notice is finished. Do not forget to keep your notice in a box. Understood? So I'll recap all the salient points right now. First of all, you have to remember to write the notice in passive form. Secondly, it is a very short piece of communication. So remember that it has to be under 50 words. It has to be written in a box. Understood? And again, when you start a notice, start it with the name of the organization, which may or may not be written in all caps, and write it along with the place. The word notice has to be written in all capitals under all circumstances. This is not excused. And then you write the date, left hand corner. Do not write it in the center. Alright? And this should be in a formal way of writing. See? Like 11th April 2020, and then below the date in the center you write the topic. Do not left align the topic, that will also be wrong. Alright, and then you have to start the notice with the phrases such as this is to inform, or all the students are hereby informed. Since this is a school, it's a students. Depends on the question, you might need to inform employees or teachers or staff. Again, it depends on the question. That particular organization, see, name of the organization, in this case Don Bosco Public School, has planned to organize, this is also a keyword, planned to organize or conduct a particular event. Mention the date, time and other details, and then write people who are interested to participate, donate, depending on the question, can give their name either to the undersigned who has if the undersigned in question has the authority, or tell the people to contact the person who has authority. This is to your discretion. If it's the literary captain of the school, then you have the authority. If it's the vice captain, then you might not have the authority. You have to decide whether you have the authority based on the question or not. Understood? Then finish it with your signature and your name and your designation. You don't need to include the name of the organization at the end. Alright, so that's it for your notice introduction as well as an example. Thank you.